Why hello there beautiful people, welcome back to Crayniaq Gaming. We are back with the Sacramento State Legacy here on College Hoops 2K8. Now make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're new. Also click on the notification bell to join the notification gang. And we won't keep it rolling, guys. And this is probably the this is definitely the biggest game in the history of this series, the 2-year history of the series, as Sacramento State is playing in the national championship game against Villanova. 1 seed versus 1 seed. It all comes down to this. An amazing season in which we've only lost 1 game comes down to a final matchup against a storied college basketball program. And this is pretty much the route that Villanova's had to take, beating Monmouth, beating a few other teams as well, including Arizona, to get to the Final Four, and beat Louisville, who beat the top seed in the tournament, to get here. Now, like I've said in the past, this will be the final video until at least October, if not November, when the college basketball season starts. Partially due to the lack of viewership, also partially because I want to focus more on the Buccaneers franchise and Madden, and to a lesser extent Baltimore State as well for NCAA. And also, I will be starting a 2K20 My League once 2K20 comes out. So look out for that. I'm going to be implementing a lot of Sacramento State players into that series as well. But as of right now, this is the focus. Can Sacramento State cap off their Cinderella season with a victory in the national championship game? Now, regardless of the result of this game, this could be the final game in a Sacramento State uniform for a few guys, including Nelson Evans, Sean Brock, and Clarence Foster. We might have some guys transferring, but we're going to have to deal with a lot of firepower from this Villanova team. They have a lot of really good players, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the opening tip for the national championship game. Here we go. We are underway as Brock once again wins the opening tip, and here's Nelson Evans with the ball, trying to drive inside, kicks it over to Sokolov, inside to Brock, but it's turned over. Ibaka with the steal there. Not Ibaka, he's not related to Serge Ibaka. And then the layup there by Haynes, and Villanova strikes first. It's 2-0. Foster trying to answer back with a 3, no good. Rebounded by Ibaka. Brock gets a hand on it, but Hodge able to pick it up. Now Villanova in transition. Over to Forte for 2, and it gets a friendly bounce, and now they're up 4-0 to start this game. And now another turnover. Here's Ibaka in transition, but nearly turns it over there, but this time Forte turns it over. Sokolov going to push it to Evans, and he's going to dunk it over Forte, who fouls him. So Evans goes to the line, makes his free throw, and it's a 4-3 ball game now. Haynes going to pass over to Ibaka. Going up against Sokolov, gives it to Haynes, and he's going to make the bucket there to make it a 6-3 lead for the Wildcats. So here's Brock backing down the defender, passes to Evans, who hits a 3 in the wing, and it's a 6-6 ball game. Pretty high scoring so far. Now Ibaka going to answer back with a 3 of his own. Gives Villanova the lead back. Evans going to answer Ibaka with another 3, though. Evans with all 9 points for Sacramento State so far in this game. It's 9-9, and then Sokolov going to force Haynes back past the backcourt line. That's a backcourt violation. But then Haynes going to miss a 3 here. Hodge with the rebound. Brock going to block him. And now here's Foster giving the ball down the court. Brock going to lay it up. No good. Rebounded by Evans. Goes back up with it, and good. And Sacramento State takes their first lead of the game. It's 11-9. And then Brock with the steal. One hand in that one. Sokolov in transition. Lays it up. And no good, however. So now Villanova with the ball. Ibaka going to get blocked by the Brock Nest monster again. And now Evans passing it over to Foster, who's going to pull it for 3. Good. And now it's a 5-point Sacramento State lead. Villanova needs a timeout. And now they're going to look to respond. Forte for 3. Evans wasn't close enough to him. And now it's a 2-point game. Brock in a little bit of trouble. Passes over to Evans on the wing, and he's going to drain the 3. 14 points for Nelson Evans early in this game. He came to play today. Foster shoots a 3, and he's good. And that's an 8-point lead for Sacramento State. Foster with 6 points. And now here's Forte from the wing. Drains the 3 to make it a 5-point game. Under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Haynes. Passes inside to Hawkins. Right over the head of Leno, no good, but Haynes gets a rebound, no good. Ibaka gets the rebound, gets the layup to make it a 3-point game. Now midway through the first half, Evans going to pull it for another 3, no good. Rebounded by Forte. And now Villanova on the fast break, and Ibaka lays it over Sokolov. And now it's just a 1-point Sacramento State lead. Here's Evans. Tries to shoot the three, but Ibaka steals it, and he's going to dunk it to give Villanova the lead, 21-20, as Villanova now on a 9-0 run. Now Forte going to make it an 11-0 run, as Villanova has a 3-point lead now. Queen with the steal. He's going to push it to Foster. Over to Turksign, as he's going to back down the defender. Doesn't get any leeway. Gives it to Foster. He hits the short-range jumper to make it a 1-point game. Now here's Nova. Under 5 minutes to go. Forte lays it up over Turksign, and they go back up by 3. Sokolov going to pass it over to Turksign, who's wide open for 3, and he drains it to tie the ball game up at 25. Just over 4 minutes to go. Here's Haynes. Gets Leno to jump, and here's the 3. Good for Forte. He has 15 points in the game. Villanova takes the lead right back. Evans going to pull up for a mid-range jumper. Gets it to make it a 1-point game. Now here's McKinney driving inside over Brock, and he's able to get the layup. Just back and forth so far in this game. Hornsby going to pass inside to Leno. He's going to kick it out to Evans, who shoots the 3. Good. Evans is on fire in this game. 19 points in the first half. We're tied at 30 all. 3 minutes to go, and McKinney going to lay it over Brock to make it a 2-point lead for Villanova yet again. Evans going to pull it on the mid-range jumper. No good, but Brock tips it back in, and we're tied at 32 now. Hornsby for 3, no good. Rebounded by Haynes, and now Villanova going to turn it over, though. Leno going to lay it up, and good, and Sacramento State takes a 2-point lead. Here's Haynes, passing at half court, over there. McKinney wide open for 3, good, and Villanova takes the lead right back with 2 minutes to go in the half. Here's Leno. Going to kick it out to Hornsby, who's wide open for 3, drains it, and we got an intense battle in this first half. Here's Hodge trying to lay it up over Brock. He gets the block there. But Hawkins with the rebound puts it back up, and we're tied at 37. Waning moments of the first half. Haynes throwing the lob to McKinney, who lays it up, and good. A crazy first half, back and forth the entire way, but Villanova goes into the half up 39-37. And honestly, this is exactly what I expected. Villanova shooting 50%, 5 of 11 from three-point range. Rebounds, Villanova has the advantage, and they're deadlocked in turnovers. Evans with 19 points to lead Sacramento State, and Forte with 15 to lead Villanova. So now the second half starts. Here's Haynes with the ball. Passes over to Ibaka, over the head of Leno for the 3, and that's a 5-point lead for Villanova. Here's Brock kicking it out to Foster. He's looking to respond with a 3 of his own, and he does just that. We're back to a 2-point ball game. Forte drives in over Brock, and he's going to get fouled. That's actually Brock's first foul of the game, so we've been doing a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble this time around. But now they have a 6-point lead after Ibaka gets the layup there. Foster goes up for 3, and he makes it a 3-point game yet again. 14 points for Foster so far. Here's Ibaka driving inside over Leno, and he gets the layup. And it's a 5-point lead for Villanova. And now a 3 from Haynes to make it an 8-point lead. Nova's largest lead of the game. Foster going to respond with a 3, though, to cut it down to 5. He has 17 now. Pass inside to Hawkins over Leno. And now it's 53-46. No good on the shot there. Ibaka goes back up with it. Now a goaltend against Leno. And now a 9-point lead for the Wildcats. It's starting to fall away from Sacramento State right now. But Turksign going to lay it up. No good. Rebounded by Leno. He lays it up. And now it's just a 7-point lead for Nova. Here's Haynes. Trying to drive inside, passes over to Ibaka, lays it up, and good. Queen called for the foul, and it'll be an N1. Now it's a 10-point lead for Villanova. Here's Queen, backing down the defender, passes over to Leno, lays it up. No good, but a foul on Forte as Leno would make both free throws to make it an 8-point game. Under 10 minutes to go in the game now. Haynes throws the lob, but Leno blocks it. However, he blocks it right to Hodge, who gets the layup, and now it's a 10-point game yet again. Evans, this is a 3 here. Brock goes back up with it on the rebound, gets it, and now we're just down by 5. Here's Foster on the wing, hits the 3, and we have a 2-point ball game with just 8 minutes remaining in the game. Here's Evans, passes out to Foster for 3 in the lead, and he hits it. And midway through the second half, Sacramento State with a 1-point lead, but it would be short-lived as Haynes hits the 3 there, making it a 2-point Villanova lead. But then Foster going to get the ball again. No good. Rebounded by Brock. He goes back up with it, and we got a tie ball game at 63. Here's McKinney from the wing. Hits the 3, and Nova has the lead yet again. Now here's Archie. Passes over to McKinney for 3, and he hits another one. Nova up by 6 with under 6 minutes to go. Evans going to clap back with a 3, however, to cut it down to 3. Here's Nova. Hodge working against Evans and Brock, and goes up with it, and Brock going to be called for goaltending, so the basket will count. And it's a 5-point lead for Villanova. McKinney drives inside, kicks it out to Haynes, who's wide open, hits the 3, and it's another 8-point lead for Villanova. Sacramento State has to fight back with under 5 minutes to go. Evans going to miss the 3, however. And here's Forte in transition over Sokolov, and Sokolov going to be called for the foul there. McKinney made both, and now it's a 10-point lead for Nova, but then Clarence Foster with a big dunk. He has 25, one of his best games of the season, if not the best. Forte for 2, no good, but a goaltend on Brock yet again. And Nova back up by 10 with just over 4 minutes to go. Evans going to shoot a 3. Drains it, makes it a 7-point game. Evans with 25 now. Now here's Brock. Going to pass it over to Evans for another 3. And it's good. That should have been a 2, honestly, but I'll take it. Sacramento State down 4. Haynes going to drive in, lays it up over Leno. And it's a 6-point game. 3.5 minutes to go. Foster just inside the 3-point line. Hits the 2 to make it a 4-point game. Then Evans over 3 minutes to go. No good. Brock with the rebound. Goes back up with it. And we have a 2-point deficit now. With just over 3 minutes to go. Under 3 minutes now. And a big turnover there. Foster in transition. Lays it up. And good. Gets a friendly roll. And we have a tie ball game at 80. 2.5 minutes to go. Evans pulls up for 3. Drains it, and Sacramento State has the lead. And now Haynes looking to respond with a 3 of his own, and he does just that. And we are deadlocked at 83 with just over a minute to go. Evans passes over to Foster. He shoots a 3, but he's blocked. It's Hawkins with the block. And now Villanova has a chance to take the lead. Forte for 3. Good. And with just a minute to go in this game, Sacramento State trails by 3. Here's Brock. Gonna pass it to Foster. He's wide open for 3, but he misses it. Rebounded by Haynes. Sokolov gonna foul him. Haynes will go to the line. It's a 1-for-1. Haynes makes the first one to make it a 2-possession lead. And now Haynes makes the second one. It's a 5-point lead from Nova. So now Sacramento State has to hurry up here. Sokolov gives it to Foster. Pass over to Evans. Shoots the 3, and it's good. Just a 2-point deficit now. Leno gonna force a steal here. He goes up with a layup, but he's blocked and has to foul Forte right away. That is a heartbreaker if we end up losing this one. But Ubaka actually ends up missing the free throw on the 1-and-1. So now we have a chance. One final chance to tie the ball game up here. Here's Brock. Posting up a defender, out to Foster, over to Evans for 3 in the lead, no good. Rebounded by Brock. He goes back up with an emphatic dunk, and we are tied at 88 with 3.3 to go. Brock gonna force a steal though. Foster with the steal. He goes up with it, and he's fouled by Haynes with 1.4 to go. All Foster has to do is hit one free throw. Villanova has no timeouts, and the first one goes in. Sacramento State with a 1-point lead. Foster with the second one gets it. Nova has no time to get down the court. They have to shoot a quick 3. Forte goes up with it. It's off the backboard. Sacramento State wins. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. What an ending to this national championship game. Oh my goodness. Sacramento State are your national champions. What a game. What an ending to this game. I mean, Sacramento State with a minute left was down by as many as 5. But a few Villanova mistakes leads to Sacramento State finding a way to cap off their Cinderella season with a national championship victory. Oh my goodness, my heart is beating right now. My heart is beating out of its chest right now. Out of my chest, that is. But oh my goodness. What an ending to this game. Nelson Evans, your player of the game, with 34 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Didn't even hit the game-winning shot. Or the game-tying shot, that is. Or the game-winning free throws. But Sacramento State... Oh my goodness, what a game this was. We look at the stats now. Evans with 34 points, Foster with 31. Brock had a triple-double in this one. 10 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 blocks as well. Hit the game-tying bucket, then forced the game-winning turnover. And a sad game for Villanova as Haynes, Forte, and Ubaka all over 20 points. They had an amazing game. Haynes had a double-double, but that last turnover really screwed them. But what an amazing game this was, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, I think that's a perfect way to put this series on hiatus. We are on top of the world. I just wish this game had a better, like, championship winning ceremony, but I get it. This game is like 11 years old. 2K probably wasn't thinking about that. But man, that was just a great game in general, honestly. That was probably the most fun game I've played. And honestly, I think I just got to keep it on most outstanding player for now on, because a lot of these games in this tournament, which is when I turned it to most outstanding player, were really good games, real nail biters, and I think it'll benefit me to just keep it on most outstanding player. Keep the sliders how they are. Keep the time on where it is. I like 15 minutes. I feel like I get realistic stats with 15 minutes. So for year 3, I'm definitely going to keep it all there. Now, again, if you guys skipped over the beginning of the video, I am putting this series on hiatus until the college basketball season starts. Like I said earlier, it's because I want to focus on the Buccaneers franchise. I want to focus on Madden 20 a lot more. I want to focus on getting rebuilds out. I want to focus a little bit on Baltimore State, even though there's not really much interest in Baltimore State. I want to see how it goes for the first, well, at least like for September. Like if after the month of September, Baltimore State really isn't like gaining any ground or anything like that, then maybe I'll consider just calling it a series on that one. But I really wanted to bring that back, but we'll have to see where the interest lies with that. And then I'm also planning on doing an NBA 2K20 My League. I don't know what team I'm using yet, but I'm actually going to drop a video talking about the teams that I'm considering right now. So look out for that. It should be out at some point this week. But yeah, this, like I said, the series is going to go on hiatus. Now, I might do an off-season stream either tomorrow or Wednesday. I haven't really decided. Let me know when you guys want me to do that and what time you want me to do it. It is going to be on Mixer. I don't stream on Twitch anymore, and I don't really stream on YouTube either, so we'll be on Mixer, and the link to my Mixer account is going to be in the description as always. And it's Crayniaq_gaming for those of you guys who don't know. But yeah, honestly, it feels great to be a national champion, even if it's after the second year. And I am going to tell you guys that I am going to try to make it so Brock, Evans, and Foster all declare for the draft, and then we'll just have to rely on guys like Leno, Sokolov, and anybody else who doesn't transfer, like, just so we can rely on those guys. But honestly, it was a fun season. I know towards the end I kind of like dropped off of dropping videos on this series just because I felt like the viewership was kind of going down, so I wanted to focus on things that you guys actually wanted to watch. But I'm glad I got the cap off this year too. And this isn't the end of this series. Like I said, we're gonna bring it back once college basketball starts up. I'm probably gonna pay more attention to college basketball as well this year, just because I feel like it's a lot more fun, a lot more pure than the NBA. That's just my opinion. We'll talk about that another day though. But anyways, make sure you guys hit that like button, slap the hell out of that like button, share this video around on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever other social media you use. Hit the sub button if you're new. Also, click the notification bell to join the notification gang. And if you guys like what I do and you want to support the channel in a more personal way, definitely consider becoming a patron. The link's going to be in the description as always. And once again, a big shout out to all my patrons: Franchise Gaming, Beat Up Productions, Colin Mentor, Zach Brader, and Joshua Fernald. You guys are awesome. But that's going to do it for me. This series, again, will be back October or November. We'll have to see. But you guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this. And like I always say, guys, no matter what happens, make sure you guys keep that mofo rolling. And I'm out of here. Deuces.
God, they tryna turn me to a monster. Every year I'm a conquer. Okay, see, I bring the thunder. Walking in humble, I leave Muhammad. Sting you like Bumble. Running with pride. 10 over, eyes through a bliss. I don't fumble blind.